Hey guys, what is up? This is Modin from Mopps Gaming. I will be casting alone today because Hops is out with some real life friends because he actually has stuff to do right now. So I'm gonna do a quick tutorial on how to forge fast expand the correct way because I am tired of people whispering me, asking me how to forge fast expand, so I'll give them the build order and then they'll PM me about 30 minutes later telling me that didn't work at all. So I'll tell them to send me the replay and I'll tell them what they did wrong. And then they end up doing this crazy nonsense where they'll put the pylon on the high ground, like somewhere right here, and then they'll put their forge here and a cannon right here, and then they'll expand, and I was like, no, that's not what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to put everything on the bottom, like common sense, guys. When you forge fast expand, the cannons are to defend your natural, not your main. So this has been bugging me because it happens so many times, and I'm sure a lot of you must not know how, because if not, you wouldn't be watching the tutorial. So we'll start off by giving the build order. First, you want to go 9 pylon, 15 forge, 17 nexus, 17 gate, 17 cannon, and 17 pylon. And now you got to be careful on what you scout because depending on what you scout, that's gonna like that's gonna tell you what you want to build first. If you see that he's got an early pool, well, you might want to put the gateway and the cannon down first to start blocking off your choke. But if you see that he's got nothing unusual coming, you want to try to get the nexus first. But the order of the nexus, the gateway, the cannon, the pylon is all depending on what you scout. And since after you're supposed to scout on your pylon, you should get to his base pretty early. After that, you want to make one more probe or two, depending on if you lost your scouting probe or not. Because on 18, you want to throw down the double gas geysers at your main base. If the Zerg, being a total Zerg, and took your gas geyser, put it down at your natural. It's all good. You just want to take a double gas geyser. Then at 20, you want to build your cybernetics core and a second cannon. And so for your wall-in, you want to use your forge, your gateway, and your cybernetics core to block off, like, you don't want to wall off with a pylon, because then you can just get baneling busted by this. You want to use the big, sturdy buildings, like the forge, the gateway, and the cyber core, and then you want to use a zealot to wall off, and then the two cannons is standard. Now say you get to his base with your scouting probe, and you scout some kind of roach all in. The beautiful thing about this build is if you see any kind of pressure that's going all in, just throw down like 5 more cannons, hold the all in, and then win the game. So that is what you are supposed to do. It's 9 pylon, 15 forge, 17 is your another pylon, cannon, nexus, gateway. The order depending on what you scout. Then 20 is your cybernetics core and a second cannon. And then you want to get the zealot to hold position and complete your wall. Now this build is all about your building placement. So take a look now. This is how you would want to wall off on a map like Shakira's Plateau or Antigua shipyards and stuff like that. I'm going to check another replay in a few secs on how to do it on maps like Metalopolis. So I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds. Alright, so I had the replay ready and I had everything ready to show you guys how to forge fast expand on Metalopolis, but it turned out that when my computer crashed right after the first replay, that it didn't save for some reason. So now I went versus a very easy computer, and I'm just gonna forge fast expand, because all that matters is the building placement. Right after that I'm gonna leave the game, and then I'm gonna show the replay on how to defend a 6 pool when you forge fast expand. So the problem that everyone has when they try to forge fast expand on Metalopolis is that they get concerned that this is all big and that you can't wall off that. So you're gonna want to be careful, and you want to put your pylon back, your first pylon, and then you want to go scout with that probe. Then you're just gonna go all the way to 15. Because that's when you put your forge down. But the whole idea is that you're not going to wall off all of this area. You're going to put your nexus down, and that's going to cover up a big part. Then it's going to be like your forge and your gateway, and then you're going to have your complete wall. That's all you really have to worry about right now, is just you're going to use all the buildings to make a wall, and you're going to place a cannon back here, and a cannon, we'll say like here, and it's going to cover you completely. Your stuff. So I found Zerg on the first try, yay, lucky me. 15, Chrono boost that stuff out, Keeps going around. So he has an early pool, but it's nothing like a rush. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's a rush, but you can say it's a rush, but this is computer, right? So computer doesn't know what he's doing either. So I'm just going to assume that's not a rush because I put this guy on very easy. So he should be very easy to beat. And it's only for the building placement. So the forge goes down right here, right in the corner to block off. You want to make sure that's tight so no zerglings get past there. Man, I'm just kind of messing up the build. Not going as fast as I could be because I'm trying to explain while I go. So next is going to go there, then the gateway is going to come here, nice snug fit, then a cannon's going to go here, and another cannon here, and then a pylon in the back. So what that's going to do is going to end up doing a nice like area that the only way the links can get in from is over here, and even then you're going to have cannons set up to be able to kill them and meet them head on. So that's the whole thing about Forge fast expanding on maps like Metalopolis, Shadow Temple. This is the wall that you're going to want to end up having, is your pylon here, your nexus here, rally to here, then all the rest. Your first cannon, you can put it here, and that's just going to straight up defend everything because the zerglings can't attack here, they won't be able to attack here, here, and if they try to run by, you're defending. So that's how you want to pull that off. And now, he didn't expand, but yeah, he's a computer, and he doesn't know what he's doing. So 18, double gas, then you want to make those 2 more workers, and as soon as the pylon that I didn't throw down for some reason, yeah, I'm playing so bad right now because I just forgot to do the pylon. But yeah, normally that pylon goes down at 18. It's just me being me. So 20, pretend this is 20 supply because the 2 other probes are there. Put the guys on gas. Put the cyber core just right down, it really doesn't matter. And your next cannon right in the middle, right there. And then there you have it. The lings cannot get past. If they want to try to get into your base, they can't go by here. It can't be Baneling busted, so they're going to have to come run here, and you're going to have a cannon here to protect that, and your army's just, in theory, going to sit here and hold it off. So this is the kind of building placement that you want to have on maps like the Shattered Temple and Metalopolis, and yeah. Alright, so let's play this. So I showed you the building placement for maps with a ramp and maps like Metalopolis, where you'd put that there, blah 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 blah. Now the only one I didn't cover is maps like Tal'Darim Altar, where it's a big ramp, but you get the basics. You want to put your big buildings in front so that banelings can't blow up and lings run in, because if you put a pylon, that's most likely what's going to happen. And now, my major concern was when people do this, they normally tell me that they die to like a 6 pool, 8 pool, 10 pool, just a bunch of early game lings, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to hold that off when Forge fast expanding. You're going to find that once you get this down, it's going to be like an instant win. So yeah, you put the pylon here, and you know the Forge is going to go here, and you always scout after the pylon, because you want to be careful for pressure like this. So you keep going as if nothing was. You try to find out where the Zerg opponent is. So you can go send the probe here, see if it's there or not. Don't worry, like, you are gonna have so much time to react to a 6 pool. It's really not that big of a deal. So you can see in the production, his pool is already down. I know he's not here. I could have left earlier. I should have. Everything, but you have so much time to react. It's really not that big of a deal. You still want to just save up for your 15 forge. Which is another thing. I don't get why some people say you want a 13 forge. Personally, I never ever 13 forge or 12 forge. I always put on 15, and it's like the best way to hold off anything. So here I get into his base, and I see that his pool is finished, and I see that these are 6 lings. Immediately, I don't freak out, okay? You build a pylon in your mineral line, or right behind your mineral line, and you keep making workers. You don't have to freak out. You don't have to come do some crazy wall in. You don't have to wall him off. You don't have to go crazy nuts, okay? What's going to happen is his lings is going to get here before you're able to completely wall this off. That's what's going to happen. There's no possible way for you to complete the wall off before his 6 lings get there. So as soon as the forge finishes, you put a cannon in the middle of your mineral line and you keep making workers. So here come his lings. He's running down. I took the tower. Doesn't really matter because he's not going to get there in time to do anything. He's going to get here, he's going to see that I attempted to forge fast expand, he'll run into the base, and by the time he gets there, the cannon will be complete. So here he goes. a bit of lag. So he starts picking off this, which is okay. You want this, the pylon and the forge are going to die. That's what's going to happen. So here he comes, and right as he reaches my main, the cannon is done. Avoid it with the workers. You can even use the workers to engage it. It's done. There's nothing he can do. You held it off fine. And now you just put a gateway down, and you just straight up 4-gate him. There's no need to try to expand again. You just 4-gate him, because he's not going to have the economy to keep up with the units of a 4-gate. Normally, yeah. So you let that die, you get a zealot out, everything, and you 4-gate. I mean, if you look at the units tab right now, it's 21 workers, 22 to 8 workers. You're so far ahead right now that losing this doesn't do anything. Just 4-gate away, and he will not have the economy to hold it off. So there you go, I left the game, because that was really just my bro Monka, and we only did the replay to show you guys how to hold it off. So that is how to forge fast expand on maps with a ramp, and on maps like Metalopolis and the Shadow Temple that do not have a ramp. I hope this guide will help you all, and I'll probably just tell people when they ask me for help, I'll just redirect them to this video, because that's how you forge fast expand. And I just had to do this video without Hops. I feel sad that he wasn't here for it. It was because when the guy sent me the replay, and I told him to forge fast expand, he built his pylon up here and the forge here, and he built like a cannon right here, and then expanded, and then didn't understand why the Zerglings came and killed all his stuff. Well, it's because you want to build it down here, and the reason you put everything in front is because you don't want to get Baneling busted, but you want to have the economy to keep up with the Zergs, so just wall off like that, like I showed you, and you should have no problem forge fast expanding. So this has been a Mopps Gaming tutorial, and we will see, well, I will see you guys next time.